Yeah, hello. Just finished Satsang on the 23rd of October. Had a CBD mix, which I found quite stabilising. Not stabilising enough though. I haven't had enough sleep. I kind of excitedly wake up and try to do things whilst trying to sort out CBD stuff really, I suppose. Just testing this microphone really and seeing, does it need to be higher or is that all right where it is? Yes, I need to look at the lens, not the. Could do with an eyeball or something there, especially something to shut it off as well. Yes, the focus and the attention to peace isn't quite focused enough. And I didn't speak to Satyananda, and I'm kind of glad I didn't in a way, because I wasn't. I wasn't on par, so I want to give him the service of the respect of have had a decent night's sleep and been able to take on board exactly what I'm here for. Whereas I don't think I would have done today. I felt like I was needing to knock me out of focusing on my brain rather than the coming inwards, which I probably needed to do. So, but yeah, good stuff. Real good stuff. I'm impressed on what I'm experiencing from the satsangs. Very impressed. I'm working on getting my stability down. I'm using it's like an SSRI, but it's a natural one. I feel scared to go on the main ones that like sertraline at the moment, but maybe that could be something I could look into. What's it called? Ooh. Don't know. It's one of the natural ones that you have. I've got Devil's Claw or something like that. It's not something like that, is it? I don't know which one it is. It's the one. It's St. John's wort. Yeah, so I'm using St. John's wort at the moment for about 2 weeks, maybe. And also magnesium citrate. That's also to help the bowels as well. I've been quite sedentary, and that aspect's probably not helping my stability because I'm not getting out and moving. But yeah, so St. John's wort, the magnesium, which is supposed to help with depression and anxiety, and the CBD. So vaporizing that at the moment, and yeah, it's all right. It's all right. I kind of do a mix which helps things. So yeah, and I've started regulating my coffee as well. So I'll have decaf, and then I'll put some normal coffee in, so I can have a decent big mug of coffee with a hit of caffeine. But you know, it's still because normally, especially if I'm tired and I start having lots of coffees, it hurts my head and I don't know, kind of dries me out. Actually, doesn't my body seems to react poorly after a while. It makes me tighter. Yeah, so being able to have like a low caffeine one. The sugar, I have a big spoon of honey, and that's not really beneficial. That's not the best either. But yeah, I suppose I feel I need that. So yeah, so the St. John's wort, the CBD. What else am I doing? That's it really at the moment. So I think I need to up my game more. Oh, the satsang as well. That's the biggie. That's the biggie. So trying to use these to get well. I've obviously got to look at more ways to get my life stable. So where am I going with that? So I've got the EMDR, which really should be used by someone who knows what they're doing. So that might be useful later when I'm more stable. Because that can bring stuff up. Bilateral stimulation, touching the opposite parts of your body as a way of calming down. So I've kind of forgotten that and lost the focus on that. Yeah, there was a bloke talking about getting to sleep, and he was saying like drumming on yourself, which is on your legs or somewhere, or your knees, and you drumming. So there's bilateral stimulation happening as well, and then you breathe into that, and then so you breathe into the drumming for I can't remember how many breaths, and then you slow your drumming down, and then that kind of slows everything down, and that's a real good way to help go to sleep. I did use it, and I found it very effective, and then one night I was using it and I was really, really wired, and it's one of those, if you use something that's there's all these things I come across in my life that I find very useful, and what happens is I have a really points where they don't work, and nothing will work at that point, or nothing that I knew of at the time would work. So then that comes to that, and that, so I don't have a good time, and then my brain kind of drops it, and then I don't remember it again for years, and then I'll come back. So I really need to start bringing my tools back and kind of getting the things solid. I was starting to go back do meditation, because like at the moment I'm stressed and tired, and I kind of find it hard to go to the meditation. But a couple of weeks back when I started pulling my stability back again, I went back to my, rather than the sort of more ephemeral, or what feels ephemeral, kind of satsang, which is kind of, well, it's accepting things and inquiring deeper into peace in yourself. But yeah, so I kind of went back to the very basics, which was breathing air through the nostrils, and also a meditation that I came across. I got into meditation by what was the book? It was about self hypnosis, because I wanted to see if I could train my brain ways to make it better and make it heal, and less stressed and stuff like that. Reading the book, the meditation was excellent, but the thought, I kind of realised that I wasn't actually in the state to healthily know what my brain needed to hear to move forward. So, but yeah, the meditation was basically putting your lying down or sitting down. Put your attention into your right hand, full attention to your left, full attention to the right foot, full attention into the left foot. Repeat the process, same again, right hand, left hand, right foot, left foot. Sometimes that was hard, but yeah, that very basic, just put your attention there. That kind of basically, because sometimes even focusing on the breath coming in and out the nose can be ephemeral and hard. But knowing where your bloody hand is and putting your attention there is, it's kind of handy. And then putting your attention into the other hand, and you can see all your thoughts going all over the place. So I've got just making a space. So you move your attention there, and it's very simple, as I say, because you've got a hand and you find your hand, and then you can quite clearly see that your brain's going all over the place. But then it's kind of like, to my hand. It's very sad, but it's kind of keeps your brain focused on a single thing to do. Oh shit, your bollocks! Oh no, it's still. I thought it had stopped recording. So your brain Oh yes, yeah, and then after you've done those 2 cycles, you kind of go to your sculpt. I can't remember the rest. There's definitely the eyes and the eyeballs. You kind of put your attention into them. So do this full scalp eyeballs. Um, your mouth, you kind of let your mouth smile a bit, and then inside your mouth. So your mouth and throat and tongue. And yeah, it's quite good, stable. You're not putting your attention on anything, painful in you kind of, unless you've got a sore hand or foot, I suppose. But yeah, the thing with that is the core thing is not to expect anything. Yeah, that's the biggie really. Don't expect anything. If you get anything good from it, still don't expect that's everything's a blip. Same with whether it's good or bad. So yeah, I'll probably do that again today. Try and get back into that sort of because my brain's distracted. I'm not settling down, or I haven't been settling down. But yeah, I could do with getting back to the core basics. Probably need to get out of the house. That seems to do well. Eat the decent food. Diet definitely seems to be affecting myself. Wheat and sugar stuff seems to be detrimental to my health. It drops the quality of my body healing, or tiredness, pain, inflammation increases. If I have too much wheat, and with sugar as well, I feel like loads of very fine hot needles going through my body, not travelling through my body, just there, but like my head, my abdomen, my arms and my legs. So yeah, it's quite interesting. So it's kind of nice that this stuff's kind of going, hey, we're here, we're a shit, and my body's kind of recognising it. Although my brain's, I'm still wired to crave sweets and stuff like that. So I'm not my best friend on that. Yeah. So that sounds cool. A good start. I feel excited. I feel excited to have the CBD in my life, something solid from an old past that has done me well in the past. But having the very non-psychoactive, it's basically just stabilises you, or doesn't necessarily stabilise, but it just brings things down a kind of. What it does is it kind of affects the body. It kind of softens the feel of the body a little bit, and kind of lets me feel a bit more safe to embody it. So I suppose there's a small degree of pain relief, but there's no high in any way. So unless you wanted to add something to that, you obviously it's illegal in this country, but you can do that as well. But it's a very nice, yeah. It's to say it's very nice. It's not very nice. It's not anything fantastic. It's just nice to have a bit of something to be able to go, right, I'm feeling whatever, and then and try and get that stability, I suppose. Yeah, building that stability, because when I get stable, the satsang, the clarity, I can cut through shit really well, and I haven't had much stability in the last years, for a while now. So really focusing on getting yeah, that's where my focus is. And when I'm safe and stable, I know my daughter's safe and stable, and when I am anxious, it's affecting her. So the core is really to get this guy settled and okay, and feeling safe and secure on some level, even if that is, well, especially on a personal, spiritual level, I suppose, a deep level in myself. Not I mean, it'd be nice to have financial stability and to feel safe in the streets and stuff like that. But you know, really being able to connect and be okay with myself and not be afraid of my feelings and keep running it, you know, because my behaviour is to run away from the feelings, and then escape, use something else to take those feelings away. So probably video games, YouTube, my kind of chief kind of escape stuff is kind of media of some sort, which it's good on a short thing, but your brain kind of gets tired. Zombie brain kind of takes it and starts wanting to just latch onto that, and that doesn't work. That's not effective. In short bursts, like a video game, you know, especially something exciting, a new environment, stuff like that, it can shift you. You know, it's a drug level thing. I've been very tired and very much in pain, and I've gone on a game that's like pretty landscapes, and I'm doing some exciting thing, and I'm not in pain at that point. I probably will be 3 hours down the line when I'm still sitting there, but when I use it in a responsible manner, that's very effective. And what I would like is for game companies and games to have inbuilt in it a chance to go, this is how much time I allocate it. Here's a way that you can safely save it and know that it's safe. You know, we're going to kind of shut down now. You said at half an hour or 2 hours or wherever. You know, because knowing at that point that your cerebellum, I think, will have kind of shut down a little bit and not have the power to think properly and clearly, and we'll be just doing whatever's the easiest and is apparently giving the most joy. Even though I have sat there at times in absolute agony and pain, desperately to search for another film or continue playing a game, and that's not how. It's not, well. Once again, there's the other aspects to that as well, because you can play games for. I've spent nights playing a game in that zombie space, and actually it's benefited me. You know, physically, maybe my body's taken a hit, but it's almost like I've purged something, because I've especially if it's something good and fascinating. You know, that's kind of the thing you want to be focused in. If it can do that, sometimes it can be like a big long meditation where you just shut the world out, you shut down, and then you there's can be like a relaxation. So there's no hard and fast rules, but there is the thing of that getting to that zombie state and getting overtired. That's not useful. It's good. It's great when you're kind of wide and you're focused in it. That seems to be beneficial. But when there's that point where you know, especially when you've got loads of things to do, but then you kind of brain you got like a but not the connection to the things, so you're not kind of opening your brain anymore. You're just following a primal impulse to experience something that might make you feel a bit better, or that releases some degree of pain. Whew. Right, nice one. That sounds a good start. Yeah, I should say something about if there's a Patreon down there. I want to get Patreon sorted. If people want to support these videos, do I want to say stuff like this? I don't know. It's a bit of a. Don't feel right at the moment. Actually, I suppose I was kind of looking at. I wasn't doing this video because I was thinking I wanted to make money, but I kind of wanting to work out how to live and do what I enjoy doing. Yeah. So, but what I've got to do is basically make the videos and make the, if there's the content, then that will produce stuff, won't it? So I've got to, yeah. So this is kind of where I want to be going. Maybe if I could be asked to do editing, then yeah, I'd definitely like to discuss stuff. So yeah, all right. Cheers. Yeah.